Hey, and welcome to another episode of Building Digital Products with Tim and Sofia. Good girl. Alright, easy killer. On today's episode, we're gonna what? On today's episode, we're gonna talk about prototyping. So once you've tested demand for a problem and you're ready to start trying to build solutions around that problem, a great way to start is to look at how that problem has been addressed in other places. For example, if you wanted to build a marketplace of some sort, maybe you have an assortment of things that you want to sell, or maybe they aren't items for sale, but various, like in our case, we have analytical tools, for example, that people can use in their analysis. So you can look at comparable marketplaces or comparable things that are comparable to what you're trying to build. So I'll in this situation, I would look at like maybe the app marketplaces on on an iPhone, or the Google extension library. If you go into like Google Chrome, there's like an extension, you can look through their extensions. Or you could even go to like commerce sites and see how products are being offered in that type of a marketplace. So that's the very first thing I would do when I start trying to prototype a solution. And then you can start to look at those and then build your own wireframes. And I think they call them wireframes because they're trying to draw attention to the fact that this is not beautiful. It's not like you're not thinking about your colors and your fonts and all this stuff right now. You're just literally like drawing some boxes and being like, okay, here's this function, this function. This is like a general idea of how it's laid out, but you're thinking really more functionally, how is this thing going to work at this point? You're not trying to make it really pretty. And I've definitely made the mistake of jumping in too soon to just like trying to make the most beautiful, perfect product I can without even looking at comparables, without doing any wireframes, and that is a huge time suck. So it's way better to start with comparables and doing wireframes. Instead of just giving yourself one version to go off of, force yourself to do two different versions, two different solutions for the same problem. I just recently actually had a situation where I had wireframed out one version, and then when I showed it to someone who had a lot of user UX experience, or user experience, he pointed out a lot of things about how it could be better. And I realized, if I had like gone back to wireframing and had that conversation with him then, when it was still just wireframes, I could have saved myself a lot of time, probably. Could have moved things around and tried, a couple of different prototypes before even getting to the point where we're trying to make it really look like a real web app or a website. So those are some things that I have, like guidance that I've received from Andrew Cowan, for example. He has a great book, Hypothesis-Driven Development, where he talks about these principles. He also has a course on Coursera that I've taken. I've read the book and I've taken that. I don't get anything for endorsing him. I'm just endorsing him because this is where I'm getting the ideas that I'm talking about. So giving credit where credit's due, and also trying to point you to a resource that I think will be really helpful for you as well if you're watching these videos. So that's prototyping, and how I would start off, kind of quickly getting you to something and quickly iterating and testing on things without wasting too much time and effort in the meantime. Well, good to see you. Soph, come on. Come on. Come here. Come here. Let's say goodbye. Come on up. Good girl. Good girl. See you guys later. Oh, sorry, buddy. Sorry. We'll just hit poor little Henry in the nose. Sorry, buddy. Oh.